to get this one started, Amy Fairbairn, ready to kick it off. And off we go from Buffalo. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. He'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
I think in today's modern NFL, if you had the ability to create a quarterback and all the qualities that come along with it, Josh Allen's at or near the top of the list. And what I mean by that, Mike, is he's big, he's mobile, he can run to escape, but he can also run as a designed option. And then, of course, in the passing game, he can make every throw. He's smart. He elevates those around him. The last piece of the puzzle, can he get over the hump and have that postseason success to really put him in that number echelon?
An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
That's taken in, Keon Coleman. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. In motion, Shakir. On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. He's got his man. That's Coleman. They hook up again. 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. But they are set up with 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Bills. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. No problem with the footing. The kick is good. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Going to return this from the 10. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
You could certainly make the case, Mike, that he had one of the best rookie seasons by a quarterback in NFL history. Not so much just his personal play, but he has completely rejuvenated that Houston Texans locker room and that Houston Texans organization. It was incredible watching him as a rookie. Tell you what, though, I think he's even more capable here in his second year under center.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
First carry for Joe Mixon. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. It was A.J. Epinesa who brought him down. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
On 3rd down, the defense decides to dial up a blitz. Give credit to the offensive line and the running backs. They were ready for it. They picked it up. That's what allowed the quarterback to escape the pocket, see open space, and convert and pick up the first down.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins.
There's not a lot to this route. Man coverage, and you got a drag route. Give him a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good, accurate ball on the front shoulder pad allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big game.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the bootleg, it's Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, He had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point. He breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
That's complete to Diggs. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision. So, a little extra time to think about what to do on fourth down as we are through quarter number 1. The Bills with the early advantage. More after this. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on fourth down. They'll run for it with Mixon. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. They go play action now. Here's Allen. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for. And third down coming up. In motion, Shakir. On third down, it's Allen. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on third down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball. Decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the first down and some.
Slot man in motion left. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Texans have it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. Oh, there's nothing better than when the defense scores a touchdown, except when a big man on the defense finds his way to the end zone.
Yeah, I think it's been a while since that guy had a ball in his hand, Mike, probably since his earlier days as a young kid. But, boy, he looked comfortable. What a return. What a play for him to be able to pick up that loose ball and bring it all the way back. Man, nothing brings life to a sideline like a defensive lineman touchdown.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Bills offense ready to see what they can do. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On play action, Allen. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
How impressive was that, Mike? I mean, not only to be able to generate that amount of separation downfield, but then to track the ball. Remember, this was a running back, but he looked like a wide receiver, and we're looking around the league, Mike, and a lot of these backs, in order to play in today's NFL, you have to be part receiver.
Here's Cook. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. Allen. That is caught by the tight end. Dawson Knox. Touchdown, Buffalo. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Now Bass to tack on the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bills move out to a 14-7 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. Throwing on second down. Stroud. That's into the hands of Dell on the right side. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
This is hot. He got the connection to Collins. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. They go right back to Collins. He's got it again.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here's Stroud. Open man, that's Collins. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That's caught downfield by Diggs. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. This one caught at the 4. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Now Stroud to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Texans. Fairbairn to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Get in the end zone, fellas.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
In motion, Shakir. Now Allen to throw on second down. That's taken in by Shakir. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He'll find his running back, Cook. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Allen going to throw again. Trying to do it himself, but this will come up short. They mark him down right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On 4th down, Tyler Bass now for the Bills field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. This one runs out of steam off the crossbar and comes back. No good. And the score remains level.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. He's able to get away for one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Stroud. Open man, the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll go play action with Stroud. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. He'll run again. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down.
They'll run on 1st down with Mixon. And he'll get about 5. On 2nd down, Stroud. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Rasul Douglas there to break that one up.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunate this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
They'll run here with Mixon. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the 2nd half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this 2nd half started. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Johnson now to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. In motion, Shakir. They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. We'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Third and long. From the gun, Josh Allen. And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Stroud to throw. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. C.J. Stroud, touchdown Texans. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Johnson now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills offense. And Josh Allen headed back onto the field. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's given the defense. In motion, Shakir. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Allen. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Allen going to give this to Davis. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. Allen will throw. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. He's going to air this one out looking for Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
Here's a give running left with Mixon. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
He'll go right back to Mixon. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's into the hands of Diggs. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And that one doinks off the right upright. No good. And this will stay a 2-possession game.
You could see the body language of the kicker, Mike. Once it left his foot, he was kind of leaning. He was trying to bring that one back towards the middle. But that's the sound you dread as a kicker. It reverberates around the stadium, off the upright, no good.
First and 10 now from the 36. Allen to throw. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. Looking middle, he's got to complete to Coleman. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. It's a gain of 34.
It's the arm talent, Mike. It's on full display. His ability to step up in the pocket, get everything behind that ball, and throw a laser downfield. That's not a throw that all quarterbacks in the NFL are capable of making.
And he will score. Game on. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Bills. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Here's Bass now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills are back to within 7. It's 28-21. Things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Feds getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They will work the middle with Mixon. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. First and 10. On the handoff, running left, it's Mixon. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. A run here with Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. The Bills going to use their final timeout here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to an knee. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the visiting Texans. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.